The American Sable rabbit has a commercial-sized body that weighs anywhere from 8 to 10 pounds, with males usually weighing slightly less than the females. These rabbits have a rounded head with vertical, upright ears. The American Sable rabbit has a commercial body type, and is very suitable for meat production, which is the purpose of some breeders for acquiring them. Generally, their size is classified as medium, but they are quite smaller than other commercial breeds of rabbit, such as the Californian and the Satin. The primary color of American Sable rabbits is a sepia-like brown, but it has darker sepia brown patches over their face, feet, ears, back and tail. Their medium body also has a good muscle cover and a well-rounded overall shape. The American Sable rabbit also has graduated coloring all over its body, meaning that their coloring darkens on its face, ears, back and tail. The eyes of these rabbits are also dark, but they have a deep ruby red coloring. The coating of this rabbit is fine and soft to the touch, but these hairs can be quite dense, and it blows over quite a long period. Basically, this means that the coat of these rabbits requires more grooming compared to other short-haired rabbits. Also, because their coats are very thick, these American Sable rabbits will definitely shed during their molting periods. Because of this, the owners must be willing to spend time preparing for regular brushings during their shedding periods, especially if your American Sable rabbit resides indoors. You just have to use a slicker brush and bring your rabbit outdoors. This must be done 1 to 2 times per week, or as necessary during the shedding season. During the off-season, brushing must be done once every 2 weeks. The head of the American Sable rabbit is also rounded, and their ears are also held upright. The average body weight of American Sable rabbits ranges from about 3.1 to 4 kilograms for males and 3.6 to 4.5 kilograms for females. Origin of the breed. The American Sable rabbit was first discovered by Otto Brock in California during the early 20th century. This breed was the result of crossing the chinchilla rabbit with other different rabbit breeds until the desired look was achieved. In 1929, the American Sable Rabbit Association was founded, and in 1931, the breed was accepted and accredited by the American Rabbit Breeders Association. Behavior. American Sable rabbits are very energetic, and they enjoy running around whether they are inside or outside. Once these rabbits have been tuckered out, they will enjoy the company of their human. These bunnies also enjoy gentle petting on their backs and between their ears, although they are so active that these rabbits might not even give their owners a chance for a petting. American Sable rabbits can be great pets for single people or senior citizens that are in need of a company. They are also great for couples and families with young children, and they are able to live in homes and apartments, whether they have or they don't have backyards. American Sable rabbits enjoy having some toys to sink their teeth into and play with. Some individuals also would rather have simple toys like plastic balls. Some individuals are satisfied even with just playing with cardboard, but other American Sable rabbits would rather have more complex and mentally stimulating toys. Compared to common home animals like cats and dogs, American Sable rabbits are a little harder to train. But this is still possible. For safety, rabbits must have a few litter boxes spread out across the house. Common health problems. The moment that you acquire your rabbit from a reputable animal shelter, breeder, or rescue group, you should have the American Sables checked for signs of illness. For instance, if the American Sable rabbit has a runny nose, it might have a respiratory infection. If the American Sable rabbit is tilting its head, it might have an inner ear infection. These are the common illnesses that American Sable rabbits might acquire. Overgrown teeth. American Sable rabbits have teeth that continuously grow all throughout their lives. If your rabbit does not grind their teeth down constantly through eating fiber-rich foods, owners will see their molar teeth forming spikes that can also damage their tongue and cheeks. This situation will only cause them much pain, which can also lead to them being unable to eat properly. Their incisors that are located at the top of their mouths can also grow into a curl, which will lead to rabbits not being able to eat at all. Once a rabbit quits eating, its gut will also stop working, and it will die. You should provide your American Sable rabbits to be 80 to 90% made up of fiber in the form of hay or grass. The veterinarian will use a general anesthetic, and will burr the teeth flat to correct the overgrowth. Snuffles or pasteurellosis. This disease is transmitted by being in close contact with another infected rabbit. These bacteria can bring harm to the eyes and are exhibited by an eye and nasal discharge, redness, squinting, and constant sneezing. This disease can also infect other areas of the body, including the ears, which will result in a head tilt, as well as uterine infections. Some strains of the bacteria remain latent in a rabbit's nasal tract and will awaken when the American Sable rabbit is feeling stressed. Reducing the stress in their life as well as a quarantine for infected rabbits are both great ways of preventing the introduction of the disease and the recurrence of signs. The treatment involves a long and sometimes repeated course of antibiotics. Occasionally, if an abscess develops, surgery will be required. Hairballs or trichobozoars. American Sable rabbits may have a tendency to self-groom, which will lead to hair being found in their stomachs. However, rabbits cannot vomit, and hair must be able to pass through the gut. If it will not pass through, it will form an obstruction and will lead to serious complications. These problems are very common, so this must be seen as a problem in any lethargic rabbit. A high-fiber diet is a great preventive measure because this will improve their gastrointestinal tract. Sometimes, surgery will be the only treatment, especially if the hairball causes a blockage in the gut. Uterine tumors. This is a disease that can be developed in female American Sable rabbits. It should be suspected anytime an unneutered or unsprayed female becomes sick. Some of the most common signs are aggressive behavior, vaginal discharge, lethargy, and mammary gland cysts. The major way to prevent this is desexing at 4 to 6 months of age. The main treatment is desexing, as well. Rabbit calicivirus and rabbit hemorrhagic disease virus. This disease is spread by flies, mosquitoes, and through direct or indirect contact with an infected rabbit. There are currently 4 strains that are available. The clinical signs include fever, lethargy, poor appetite, and restlessness. This disease causes acute liver damage with resulting in blood clotting abnormalities. This can also be fatal due to the obstruction of blood supply in vital organs and internal hemorrhage. RHDV has a mortality of 70% to 90% in susceptible rabbits. Vaccination of your rabbit will help them avoid these diseases. The vaccines are given every 6 months for matured rabbits. For rabbits who have not been previously vaccinated or overdue for the next dose of vaccination will need to be given 2 vaccinations that are 1 month apart. On the other hand, juvenile bunnies must be vaccinated from 4 weeks old until 12 weeks of age at least once a month. Then, every 6 months, once they grow older. Aside from vaccination, direct and indirect contact with infected rabbits must be prevented. Avoid cutting grass and feeding it to the American Sable rabbit because there is no way to identify whether they are contaminated from the wild. You should also wash your hands with soap and water before you handle your American Sable rabbits. There is no treatment available, and the disease is fatal. Oftentimes, there are subtle changes in your rabbit's behavior that may be a clue to a disease process occurring. If there are noticeable changes that make you feel concerned about the behavior of your bunny, the best option you must do is to bring them to the veterinarian and have them checked up. Remember, the earlier the health problems are detected from your pet, the better your rabbit's chances are of living a healthy life. If you enjoyed this video, kindly press the like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, so that you don't miss out on videos like this. Thank you for watching.